welcome back. So let's kind of ignore the mess that's happening right now and let's focus on what's really important here, which is the makeup. So I was kind of all over the place in this video because I didn't know what direction I wanted to go today with my makeup, but I kind of had something in mind as I went along, and you'll see in this video that I used a bunch of palettes, and that's because I didn't really have something that had exactly what I needed in one place. But that's okay, we got it done. I did like this halo, smoky, orangey, pinky with like a pop of golden, pinky, peachy in the lid. Let's just jump right into the video. Let's skip this part. Everything is a mess right now. My background's a mess, my flowers are dying, my face is a mess. So let's fix that. The first thing I'm gonna do is apply my eyebrows. I'm using Benefit's Ka-Brow in the shade number 4 with an Anastasia number 12 brush. I'm using a MAC 242 brush and the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer to carve out my eyebrows, and I'm going to drag the concealer downwards towards my eyelid to conceal any darkness that I might have. Also, I'm going to use this step to prep my eyes for any eyeshadow that I'm going to apply on top. That way the colors are more vibrant and they have something to stick to and last a little bit longer throughout the day. Taking any bone colored shadow or translucent powder, you're going to want to set all of that cream with a powder so all of the eyeshadows could glide on smoothly. I never skip this step, otherwise all the eyeshadows will come on a little bit patchy. Using this bright orange shade on the Morphe 350 palette, I'm going to dip into that and just apply it on my crease with a fluffy, tapered blending brush. This is the M513 from Morphe. And I'm going to start packing that on. And I think I'm going to do a halo, so I'm going to go from inner corner to outer corner in windshield wiper motions, going back and forth. I'm going to work that color in until it's blended out completely. So it's going to take a little bit, just be patient. Blend, go back in the palette, pick up more color, blend some more, and repeat that step until your eyeshadow is blended AF. I'm gonna grab a bone colored shadow, something like peach meringue, and I'm gonna buff this in up here just to kind of fade out the orange. I'm gonna use Peach Punch on a Morphe M573. I'm gonna take that on my crease, and I'm using this brush because it's a little bit more tapered. So it's gonna get right into where I want it. It helps if you kind of tilt your head back so you see where the socket of your eye is and you see where you want to place the color. Using Peach Sangria, I dip into that color with an E36 by Morphe. I'm tapping off the excess product. And I want to just focus this color on my crease. Using the 573 and a little bit of Peach Punch, I'm going to run that back and forth so I don't have any harsh lines from the color we just applied, the Peach Sangria. My camera just stopped recording. I don't know who gave her permission to do so, but it wasn't me. I'm going to take Just Right with the same Morphe E36 and go on the outer and inner corner. And blending. So I'm adding color and blending, adding color and blending. This palette smells like peaches. It is so yummy. I just want to eat it. I gave my 242 brush a good coat of the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC30. So, coating it front and back. I'm going to cut my crease, girl. So, I'm going to begin applying the concealer right on the center of my eye where we left that space, and kind of just like to look ahead and see how that just created that line for me. I'm gonna, this is hard to explain. From that line, I'm gonna go downwards. I can't really talk when I'm doing this, so you'll see what I'm doing. And I'm blending in the corners because I don't want any harsh lines. And we'll further blend that later. But I don't want any harsh lines with the concealer. So I literally just use my finger and kind of blend that in. And the purpose of this technique is kind of the same idea as the beginning. To make the eyeshadow that we apply on top look very vibrant. I'm dipping into Angelic with a MAC 239 brush. It's stained, but you know. Let's see past that. I'm going to give this brush a good coat of that color. And I'm going to spritz it with some Fix Plus and intensify it more. I'm going to start right at the top and work my way down, pressing the product onto my eyes. I am praying that this is picking up on camera because it looks so gorgeous. I love it. So now we want to blend out those corners. So I'm going to use a little bit of Peach Sangria and Just Ripe. I'm mixing those two shades and just going over the edges and blending them out. And I'm taking another blush. I'm taking another brush into Peach Cobbler. And I'm just gonna kind of put that closer into the shadow so it blends seamlessly with the darker shades. You want it to be very seamless and you don't want any harsh lines, so I think I want to tie it all together. So I'm going to take a tiny bit of that orange, tapping off the excess because it's super pigmented, and I'm going to just go over top of those shades. I'm taking some of MAC's Black Track eyeliner on this angled brush by Tarte. The only reason why I'm lining my lash line is just to conceal my false lashes because I don't want to cover up this look with a winged liner. I gave my lashes a quick curl and now I'm going to go in with the Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. I don't even know what I was trying to show there because I'm out of this thing. I'm going to give a coat to my lashes. And I'm gonna prep them for my false lashes. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup as usual, and I'll be right back. So my face and lashes are done at this point. I'm going to move on to finishing up my eye makeup. Of course, everything that I use is going to be listed in the description box down below. And moving on, I'm going to line my eyes with some black liner. I'm torn between putting a cream colored liner or a black liner. I'm just gonna go with black, but I don't know. And basically all the steps that I did on the top, I'm gonna do at the bottom. So with a flat brush, I'm gonna dip into the orange and buff that into my lower lash line. Next, going into Just Right. I don't want anything darker than they already are, so I'm going to use my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara and apply some to my lower lash. Oh no, I got it in my hair. I'm going to use Boldly Bare lip liner by MAC. I'm going to use the Prep and Prime by MAC to just kind of fill in any lines that I have on my lips and make them look matte, prep them for lipstick. I never skip this step. I love this thing. I'm going to use Naked Dolly by Too Faced, this lipstick. I don't know where I thought I was going without my inner corners highlighted, so I'm going to use Peach Meringue with a little tiny M213. MAC Nylon eyeshadow. Girl, watch this.
Yes, honey, yes. Yes, girl, yes, yes, yes.
And last step, I'm going to spritz my face with some Fix Plus. I'm going to let that dry so all those powders melt into my skin. That concludes today's makeup tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned a couple tips and tricks that you apply in your makeup. Please leave me a comment down below of any feedback or anything you'd like to see next. Also, before you go, I do have something to say. I know I was all over the place and I used a bunch of palettes in this video. You do not need specifically the colors that I used to create a look similar to this or even something exactly like this. You could do without those with whatever eyeshadows you have at home, similar to the colors that I use, that will create the same effect as long as you follow the technique. Like and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say. See you next time.